Hi all, welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kay. I went to Japanese language school in Japan for 6 months in October 2022 to March 2023. Since then, I have left language school to go travel the world. And this year, I have turned 40. Yes, the big 4-0. Even though I have left language school, I still intend to learn Japanese on my own and at my own pace. I originally started this channel to vlog my time at language school, but school got busy for me and that project fell by the wayside. And this channel was abandoned. But because I received so many questions about language school, I started creating videos again to answer them. But after so many videos, I don't really have much to say about language school anymore. So now I want to create a new series where I document my progress in learning Japanese at the cool age of 40. In this video, I would like to touch upon where my Japanese level is at after only 6 months of Japanese language school. And a side note, please forgive me if my voice sounds a bit compressed and you hear me coughing. I got a bit sick while I was in Malaysia last week. So I was at my language school for 2 quarters and I started out at the absolute beginner level. According to my teacher, we weren't even A1. We were at A0 because all 5 of us at the beginner class knew 0 Japanese. So I left after the A2-1 class. The textbook we used was Mina no Nihongo 1 and 2. Both books combined, there's a total of 50 chapters. 25 chapters in book 1 and 25 chapters in book 2. By the end of the second quarter, we ended at chapter 35, which means that there were 15 more chapters left before the beginner level is complete. I will have to finish the last 15 chapters on my own. Once you hit the B level, it's considered the intermediate level. I'm not sure how it was taught at my language school. Some students say that they do have textbooks, but the teacher didn't exactly follow the textbook. I just know that there's a lot of kanji tests, like every day. The C level is the advanced level. I don't know any senpais at the C level, so I don't have much to say about that. Anyways, because I have been traveling for the last 2+ years, I haven't been keeping up with my Japanese study. I would say, and this is a very rough guess, I probably remember 50% to maybe 60% of what I learned in language school. That is why in my other videos, you see me reviewing the early chapters of Mina no Nihongo. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I still don't have my verb conjugations down. I will definitely have to work on that. I remember when I was still in language school, I had a hard time responding in full sentences. I usually answered my teacher's questions in short phrases or a couple of words, and she was always trying to push me to use complete sentences. I probably still have that same problem right now. So that is something that I will work on. I will also have to refresh my memory of all the vocabulary words. And so yes, I still speak in 2-year-old Japanese. So to kick off the series, I am going to do a little self-introduction in Japanese. As a side note, before I do my little introduction, if there is one thing my language school taught me, it's that you need to start speaking Japanese right away. Don't wait until you know enough, however much enough is, because it's never going to be enough. By the beginning of the 3rd week, my school had me calling a library to ask for their library hours. And I literally started learning Japanese 2 weeks prior. But the librarian who picked up the phone understood me perfectly. So after that, speaking Japanese became less daunting. It may not be perfect Japanese. It may be 2-year-old Japanese. But I can still speak Japanese. So if you're learning Japanese, I want you to keep that in mind. Start speaking right away. 今少しちょっと自己紹介日本語で。こんにちは皆さん。私はチャンネルオーナー K です。アメリカ人です。去年40歳。日本語に6ヶ月住んでしました。2022年10月から2023年3月まで日本語学校で行きましたから。なぜ日本語学校行きました？日本語は綺麗な語と思います。でも日本語はちょっと難しい。だから日本語学校で勉強しました。日本語学校の先生方はいい先生ですから、たくさんの助けをくれました。学生と先生は優しかったです。日本語学校の生活は 楽しかったです。だから自分の決断に満足しています。And there you have it. If I made a mistake or if you think I can improve on something, point it out to me and let me know by commenting below. No offense will be taken. That's how I learn. Just don't be mean-spirited about it. So this is where I stand with my Japanese skill level, and I invite you to join me as I continue with my Japanese language studies. My goal is to hit something of an N3 level. If I go beyond that, great. If I don't, I'm not going to sweat it either. But I would like to hit N3 at some point in my life so I can cross it off my bucket list, because it's been sitting there for a while. And do note, I don't have a problem taking long breaks in between studying because I don't need Japanese for anything in my life. I don't live or work in Japan, nor do I aspire to. But if you want to live and work in Japan, then for sure, you'll be going about this in a very different way and at a very different pace. But I do want to remind you that it takes time for your brain to develop neural pathways for the new skill you're learning. As much as you want to learn Japanese quick, fast, and in a hurry, do give it some time to blossom. Don't give up just because it's not blossoming fast enough. Lastly, I do want to say that I plan on using more Japanese in these videos as I progress with my studies. It will serve as practice sessions for me. So stay tuned for that if you like to listen to a beginner speak in Japanese. With that said, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Until next time, mata ne.